Hey kids, this is Jones and with Jeff Drake, and this is Jeff Drake, your host, and I'm going to do another one of those short things that Plonk loves me to do because they're so easy for him to work on, and he's busy doing something else today, so I don't have to hear his hectoring and harping, and what a relief. Anyway, today I dipped into my record collection. I want to talk about this record. This one is called Pachucko Hop by Chuck Higgins, and this is actually the CD, but the cover's important, so I got to show it. This is what we're going to be talking about. Anyway, my dad had this record when I was a little kid, and I would be going through his records, looking for something to listen to because he had some really cool 50s records. I would see this one, and this one scared me. I didn't know why that woman was naked and what that thing was on her and why she was laying on the floor. I could kind of imagine that it smelled a certain way. I don't want to go into all that. I'm sure you can probably imagine what I was thinking. Anyway, so I would just skip past this record. I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't listen to it. And that's too bad. Anyway, so about 10 years ago, I'm flipping into the internet. I think I was looking for Stones bootlegs or something. I saw this. I'm like, hey, I know that. My dad had that record. So I'm starting to read about it, and it's saying that it's one of the rarest record covers there is. I'll tell you why. It came out in 1952, and this picture, this is a white woman here, as you can see, named Eula Hug. She was actually the wife of famous LA DJ Huggy Boy. That's her, Eula Hug. Anyway, she was a white woman, and the guy that recorded the music, Chuck Higgins, was black, and he was a great saxophonist. And so the record was only out for a short time, and then it got pulled because there was all this racial animus, and people you just couldn't have it. Anyway, but my dad had it, and he got one of the original ones like this. So anyway, so I'm looking up, and they're saying this cover alone is worth like $1,000. I'm like, oh my God, I wonder if my dad still has it. So anyway, my dad's passed away. But anyway, so I contacted him. I'm like, hey, Dad, you remember this record, Pachucko Hop, whatever, blah, blah, blah? And he remembered it, and he told me all about it. He was 14 when he bought it, which is insane. The only cool thing about my dad was he had really good taste in music when he was a teenager. All the old rock and roll records that I listened to as a kid were his when he was a teenager. Anyway, he bought that record in 1952. He was 14 years old. So this is before rock and roll. And they used to play it on this station called KRKD. This guy, Huggy Boy, used to broadcast out of the front of a department store down in South Central LA or Central LA or whatever. Anyway, and that's the station my dad listened to because he liked to listen to the jungle music, he called it, which was, the black music. He didn't like the Patti Page and Pat Boone and all that stuff. He wasn't into it. He was into like the what he called the jungle music. Anyway, so my grandma found out that he had this record, and she was livid. You're not going to have that record in my house. Anyway, he had to hide it under his mattress at home. There wasn't Playboys yet. I don't think Playboy existed yet. So he had this record, and he hid it under his mattress so my grandma wouldn't find it. My grandma was really cool, but she did not like this in 1952. Anyway, we're speeding up a little bit here. We're going back to I was a little kid looking at blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I told my dad, hey, that record's worth $1,000. And he sent it to me. And I doubt that it's worth $1,000 in the shape that it's in now. It's like in pieces. And the record part of it's all scratched and broken. And he blames that on me because he thought I was a little kid listening to it, but I was afraid to listen to that record. I would not listen to it. Anyway, so my dad sent me that record, and I got online, and I found it's available on CD. And I had no idea what it sounded like. And so I bought it. I bought one for me, one for my dad, since he sent me the thing so he could listen to it. He probably never did. But anyway, and I played it, and it's great. I love it. I listen to it all the time, and I would recommend it. If you like saxophones that sound like a herd of geese flying over, you're going to love this. And it's almost all instrumentals. A couple songs have lyrics. Those aren't the good ones. The good ones are the honking sax, and it's great. And this song, Pachucko Hop, was really popular. The title song of the album was really popular in 1952. There was this whole Pachuco, which we call them cholos now. These guys would dress in zoot suits and hang out with their cars and stuff and listen to this music. And my dad was really into that whole thing. I guess there was a lot of Latinos, Pachucos in Orange County where he grew up. And one day he went and bought a zoot suit, because that's what they wore. And he came home, and the dog they had was barking at him and wanted to bite him because their dog didn't like the zoot suit. That's another thing. Anyway, so this song was really popular. My dad dug it, but it's great music. Like I said, if you like saxophones that sound like geese honking at you, this is a great record. I would recommend it. It's Pachucko Hop by Chuck Higgins. It's on. It was originally on Combo Records. I don't know who, but you can find it on online. It was like cheap, $15. Anyway, so that's it. Pachucko Hop. It's a great record. It was banned because of the cover. They came out with another lame cover. I think it was reissued in 1960 or something. But the cool version is the 1952 version, pre-rock and roll, honkin' sax. It's great. I think they called it big beat music back then. At least that's what it says on the back of the record. Anyway, I hope some of you guys run out and get it. It's a great record. That's all I got. Pachucko Hop. Higgins. Okay, bye. Hey kids, if you enjoy what we're doing here at Jonesing with Jeff Drake, please help support the show. It costs a lot of money to do it, and we don't sell ads, and we're broke. So please go to Patreon and support the show so we can continue to bring you this high-class entertainment. Thanks for your attention.